G'day, it's Blxz here and welcome back to Geneforge 5. I've been poking around, having a look, but there doesn't appear to be any missions or anything I can turn in, so I think we're going to keep looking for the other side of the Shadow Road. So I need the west and east ends. I'm assuming that one's the west, because I can't get over here further, which means the west one will be somewhere here. Although, it might be nice to head up to the Foundry Depository. I sort of avoided that back in the day and I can't remember why. So let's have a poke around. Because there was an enemy that was too strong. Let's see if I can get through now. The Golem turns toward you. The stones that plate its limbs rub together, making a painful scraping noise. You must present a key to enter the depository, otherwise you'll be destroyed. Yeah, okay, I remember why I can't get the key. Maybe though, maybe someone in Manala will have it. I'll have a quick check here. Could have been... no, not Manala. Manala's not the main thing. Eisman Spire, that's what it's called. It's been a while since I've been up here. I'll talk with Rowell and I'll talk with a couple of other different trainers and whatnot up here. They might have something for me. Can you train me? I would like training. You're very expensive. Looks like nothing here. See if Rowell has anything for me. Can I get training? I'll tell him about this anyway. A good start, but I need to know where both ends are. It'll be necessary when I help the council clean the place out. Keep investigating the servile colonies. Looks like he's not going to give it to me. Maybe this fella down here, this training guy. If not, I'll just give up. I'm not hugely bothered. By now I think the rewards will be relatively low. I know something. Speak with you. Okay. Not important. You do engines. Train me. Supplies. Nope. I have no idea. If anyone knows how to open up or find that key, by all means tell me. Otherwise I think I'll just get over it. Have a little red spot on my map forever. Not a huge problem. Well, it was in one town, or maybe Kas is the link to the other side of the Shadow Road. Not that I particularly enjoy poking around in towns, as I said before, but we'll come it from the south. We'll have a look. Okay. You enter a small settlement. The crudely written sign on the road identifies it as Kas. You see lots of serviles. Some work the fields, others are armed and on guard. You don't see any humans. The war has forced the Shapers to loosen their rules and improvise a bit more. But this is pretty extreme. Serviles in Shaper lands, being allowed to hold and defend their own land without any human influence? Pfft, unheard of. As you look at the serviles, they look at you. They're clearly unhappy to see you. In fact, openly hostile would be a good way to put it. You suspect that, in the event of even a slight transgression, they would turn their blades on you. Well, let's just say it would not be pretty for them. Wounded creations, plated artillery. No, nothing here. Focus down here first. Broken shaper equipment. Fruit trees. There's a small, crudely built shack out in the corner of town. You can faintly hear sounds coming from inside. Muttered speech, the crack of a whip, howls, more calm speech. Something unsettling is going on out here. The participants will probably be very angry if they're disturbed. Sounds like a nasty sex act or something. Servile cultists. Yep. Not going to disturb them. If I can avoid it. I should probably unlock the eastern path while I'm here. There's a friendly settlement. I mean, I can rest while I'm here. It's interesting though. Southwest Okavano, Western Okavano. Still don't know what that place is like just yet. Nothing odd here. A Labaton. There's a servile sitting in this rocking chair, keeping warm by the fire. A crude crutch sits on the floor next to him. He can barely walk, but it's not because he's old. His right leg is short and twisted. It's a bit small. There's a small bit of exposed skin just above his boot, enough to see the long scar. He grabs his crutch and waves at the motley collection of tools, flasks, and other odd equipment that clutters his shop. I am Labaton, and this is my shop. You can look, don't touch. Alright, we'll start with the disabled question. Looks down a twisted limb and frowns. War troll. One thrown rock, but a glancing blow. Then the war was over for me, and I do not wish to discuss it. Tell me about the shop. See for yourself. I'm just a simple junk dealer. I collect old bits of debris, I sell them, make a few coppers, keep myself alive. That description of what he does seems a bit misleading. It's not just junk. He clearly specialises in laboratory equipment, the sort used for alchemical and shaper work. Where do you get your stock? People travel through, merchants. I take things too useless to carry. Seem to have a lot of shaper equipment. Do I? I think you're mistaken, though I can't be sure. I don't know anything about the shapers or their work. It's all junk, just junk. Anything you're looking for? Labaton looks at you closely, considering what is safe to tell you. He finally decides he has nothing to lose in making an offer. There is one bit of junk that has eluded me. Northwest of here in the fens you can find the ruins of Helft, an old shaper town. It was destroyed by the Unbound. A bit of justice, that. Anyway, the shapers there died trying to get papers out. He didn't succeed. I think the papers are still there. I want them. I'll pay very well for them. If you can find them, bring them to me. Giving shaper knowledge to a servile would definitely please the rebels and irritate the shapers. It's not a thing for a junk dealer to want. I buy things other people want. I sell them at a profit. This is my business, not yours. Where would the papers be? I don't even know that they exist. I've just heard rumours. If they are there are a lot of people who would want them. Well, I do have the papers. I'm not going to give them to you just yet. I know Raoul's servant wanted them, and you seem to want them. I'm fairly certain there's going to be other people who want them too, so I'll think about it for a little while. I would like to trade though in the meantime. I do not deal with those loyal to the shapers, blah blah blah. Yeah, okay. Doesn't bother me. We're even going to trade. I'm hardly going to give you papers. Steel broadsword, chitin armor. Ooh, okay. G'day, Bryn. There is a servile sitting cross-legged on the floor here, staring into the fire. It is extremely warm in here, and the servile is wearing a heavy robe. He still looks cold. He pulls his hood back and looks at you. You can see that he's old. You aren't sure how old. Serviles live for a long time, and they age unpredictably. He must have been alive in the earliest years of planning the rebellion. He says, "I am Bryn. I lead this settlement. We do not welcome outsiders here. We do not wish battle, but we know how to deal with intruders, so state your business and go." I should know about where I can't go. You should not be going anywhere here. You're not welcome. You may visit the shop to the south. Labaton is a free creature. He may choose to trade with you. If you enter the large building to the west, you will be killed. The roads out of our town are, of course, open to you. Subtle. It's in the western building. This is our private business. Tell me about the settlement. The Shaper Astoria has given us permission to be here. We are not to be disturbed by her orders. We came here and built it up and called it Kas, in honour of those who came before us. I can see you have more questions. Ask them so you can go. This creature's insolence is starting to fill you with a familiar, unwelcome feeling of rage. With effort, you control it. If Bryn noticed, he gives no sign. Yeah, why did she allow this? Because we took our freedom. We rose up, and we did not beg for gifts. We were not pitiful, we were takers. We took what was ours, and we will defend it, if you make it necessary. What's Kas' honour? Old tales from the years before the rebellion. The story spread of a village called Kas. I remember Kas. Had a G on the end, I think. Where serviles planned a war against the Shapers. It was destroyed by them. This is but a story, but one that had meaning for us. By calling this place Kas, I send the signal to all serviles, who we are and what we believe. Yeah, I'm kind of keen to go play Geneforge 1 again. That was a brilliant game. I might go to it after I finish this one. I don't know, servile settlements. There is Penta to the northwest. The serviles there are weaker, more determined to talk than to fight. They call themselves Penta to mock. He shakes his head. Our disputes are private things. They are still serviles, misguided, but not our enemy. Do not try to divide us. Oh, I remember now. There was another one in Geneforge 1 called Pental, I think it was. This is supposed to have taken place, I don't know. It's hard to tell time between the games, but it could be as long as sort of 50 years later. It's roughly that. It's a long time, I think. It's quite a length of time. Most of the original people are dead. So I would say 50 to 100 years after the Geneforge 1 events. Question? Nope, that's all. There's a clearing full of wagons and piles of supplies, more than this little settlement needs. Kas seems to be a waypoint for the transport of a lot of goods. Odd. Yeah, this will be the other end of the Shadow Road. There is an armed servile out here, watching closely over the wagons. She must be from one of the servile lines made for work in mines and other harsh environments. She's a brick of solid muscle with legs. When you get close to the supplies, she keeps a close watch on you. Her hand is always close to her baton. You see that her hands and face are marked with burns and several scars. When she notices you staring at you, she says, "I seller. I watch goods. Watch hall." She points to the hall to the west. "Stay back. Am guard." Many of the rebel serviles speak your language very well. Seller is not one of them. "Where are you from?" Seller says, "From far to west. From Foundry. From Nodje Coast." That is the province on the west coast. The rebellion has not reached there yet. It must have been very difficult for her to get there, get here. Come here, like Kas. Guard it. How did you get here? Shadow Road? Lucilla is a mindless creature. She realizes that she's already said too much to you. She decides to respond to that question with silence. So already my lack of leadership is beginning to bite me in the ass. Have you fought much before you came here? No, never. Here. They see me strong. They teach me talk good. They teach me fight. I fight to keep safe. Fight enemy. Bring. Put me to guard here. Am proud. What do you know about the rebellion? She shakes her head. That is, she tries to recall the word. Politics. Armies. War. Many things. Big things. Not know. I spend most of life in mine. This is Kas. This is my little place. I fight for this. I fight for Kas. You know what? I think, in the interest of... oh, gain 2 levels. In the interest of having a more enjoyable game, I'm going to bump my leadership up, probably to about 10, I think, which was my original plan at the start of the game. I'll save these remaining points for now, because I would like to actually, you know, see most of the things in the game if I can, rather than just fight through everything. Kas is dominated by a large wooden building, huddled up against a stone cliff face to the west. You can hear a lot of activity inside. Serviles working, shouting, practicing with their weapons. The guards at the door and the signs by the entrance tell you that they value their privacy. If you try to sneak in there without permission and a court, you will probably be attacked. I can't believe Astoria is putting up with this in her own lands. I mean, the other guys I can sort of understand. But these guys, they're dirty rebels through and through. Astoria is weak. Ooh, a shaped belt. Now that would be useful. Take that thing. And I'll take both of those, I can sell them. Oh, I don't know how to get in here. Take that back, I do know how to get in here. Some more crappy boots. Oh shit. Okay, one of the serviles has seen me. If I don't get out of here, they will kill me. Yep. Okay, it's too hard moving with this huge squad of serviles. So I'm going to put on my sneaking boots and get my sneak on. That'll be the Shadow Road. Although, oh, problem now is I'm going to have to get my people in here before I can. Oh shit! Okay. I'm gonna have to get my huge army through here somehow. Particularly when I have to kill them all. If I fail again, I will. Okay, East Shadow Road, in we go. This tunnel opens up into a huge natural cavern, extending far beyond the reach of your light. It is extremely cold. There are frequent patches of ice on the floor. The ceiling is very low. It's supported, in places, by thick stone columns. Now this beautiful gallery has taken on a new role, the eastern leg of the Shadow Road. Now that serviles escaping from the Shapers are being ferried through here, the rebels have placed defences to deter intruders. The darkness ahead is dotted with the glow of arrays of field pylons. Getting close to the pylons will result in likely incineration. Serviles travelling along the road no doubt have a simple way to deactivate or bypass them. You, on the other hand, will have to locate their controls, if they exist. The presence of such powerful defences makes you feel very nervous. Perhaps simply locating the Shadow Road is adequate for now. Exploring further before you get more experience might be very dangerous. I'm tempted though, if it's not going to be fighting, I'm tempted to just poke around a little bit. I will dump everyone here, have a look. Likely to get incinerated, but we'll see how this goes. Okay, what did I turn off? Nothing here. Okay, these ones are turned off. Since pod. Okay, I think there's going to be a fight in here. This crack in the wall was opened by a recent earthquake or explosion. On the other side you find a subterranean workshop. It has been abandoned for months. The floor is littered with refuse. You must be directly underneath a settlement in the Merafen, abandoned or ruined most likely. Oh, I wonder if this is where the what's the word? The anvil is. Maybe not. Anyway, I am going to call this now. It's been a bit of a longer than normal episode, so I will be heading off, and I will see you next time. Thank you very much for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe if you've got anything to offer, and I'll see you around, I guess. Don't know how to end this.